Shalom YouTube, we back with another video. Now this video right here, for those of you who don't know, there's this lady who literally exposed gang stalking in your face. She had a recent interview on Fox News and just exposed gang stalking in your face. Her name is Sonia Labasco, and she just literally had an interview pretty much telling the world about gang stalking. Literally, watch the interview for yourself and you'll see. But they don't use the word gang stalking. They don't use these terms, but they tell it in your face. For those of you who don't know who Sonia Labasco is, she's an air marshal, a national council, retired supervisory federal air marshal, philanthropist, and advocate for law enforcement. A philanthropist is a person who seeks to promote the welfare of others, especially by the generous donation of money to good causes. How does a philanthropist makes their money? They have to hustle. Okay? They have to they do charities, and non-profits are allowed to make money to fund operations and pay reasonable compensation to those in paid positions. Just like a covert operation, gang stalking, where your tax dollars, ladies and gentlemen, is being funded into. So Biden, Sleepy Joe over here, is using air marshals to hunt down Americans in December, in DC on January 6th in 2021. We all remember that incident. So Biden is going to he's using air marshals. That's what they're saying, right? They're using air marshals to hunt down Americans for the DC incident on January 6th, 2021. But we know, meanwhile, we already see them flying in the air, stalking and harassing innocent civilians. They even have drones in the air. There's videos, so everybody's exposing it all. This has nothing to do with that. There's more to that. So Sonia Labasco says in this interview, this is what she said, and I'm also going to say what the interview said. This is literally both of their conversation. So Sonia says, we're not doing our regular mission where we are out there looking for the bad guys. So right now, on most likes, you're not going to have air marshals. So the interviewer asks her, what does she mean? What does she mean you're following January 21 people? What does that mean? Right? So Sonia goes back and says, that means our primary mission is a little group called Quiet Skies. It's a mission called Quiet Skies that, listen, because of the news, we know how the media plays this out, but they won't use the word gang stalking. But best believe your news and media, law enforcement, they all know about this. Watch. It's a mission. This is what came out of her mouth. It's a mission called Quiet Skies that we're following people that flew into the National Capital Region in January 2021. We know how the tricks they gotta do. They gotta create something to make it look good, to make it be like, why people follow innocent people. But we know what's up. But listen, because she exposes it all. So she goes, it's a mission called Quiet Skies. They're following people that flew into the national capital, Regina, in January 2021. You did not, this is still her speaking, you did not have to go to the Capitol or the rally, and you've been put on a specific list that TSA now has assigned air marshals to follow. These people who have not had any type of criminal investigation. They haven't committed a crime. But yet 3 years later, we're following the same individuals day in and day out. The interviewer then asks Sonia, so you're saying that air marshals are now following people that were at the Capitol on January 6th, and they're not tracking? You heard the honk? Come on, they're out there. And you heard the Capitol on January 6th, and they're not tracking terrorists at all? Sonia says, because remember, the news, they know about the term gang stalking, but they can't say certain things. But yes, they'll put the truth in your face, but they can't use certain terms. Sonia says, well, they didn't even have to be at the Capitol. They could have just flown into the national capital, Regina. So if anybody was there for a job interview, to visit family, you'll put on the list. Now pay attention, because she's still speaking, but pay attention, because she just admitted on air, on live television, about gang stalking. Check this out. This is what she says. This is what they do, but they don't use these terms. But this was happening worldwide. Everybody got footage of all of this. Worldwide. This ain't only about DC and that incident. This is all over the damn world. That this is happening to people. Now pay attention. She just admitted this on air and to the world. So she goes about, you know, she admitted it, about how innocent people are put on this list. So out of her own mouth, she said, we even had a gentleman. We even had a gentleman that was there for a funeral. Meaning, ladies and gentlemen, meaning a random man visit, I heard the honk out there, a random man visit DC for a funeral that had nothing to do with the Capitol, that had nothing to do with none of this crap that they're doing. This man just flew into DC to go to a funeral. He had nothing to do with this. To go to a funeral. Something way different. And he was put on this domestic terrorist watch list because of their geographic location to Washington, D.C. That's what came out of her mouth. An innocent man that went to go to a funeral in D.C. was put on a terrorist watch list because he was in the location, the Regina of Washington, D.C. She just admitted it in your face, ladies and gentlemen, to the world. She ain't using the term gang stalking, and she's not using the history behind it like we're doing. But she just admitted it to your face, to the world, on that interview about gang stalking and how millions of innocent people are put on this terrorist watch list. She just admitted it. But that doesn't excuse the fact, because she just said it about a man going on to visit a funeral. He flew in to go to a funeral, and he was put on this watch list. Had nothing to do with this. How do you explain, Sonia, about what's happening worldwide to the people experiencing the same thing? And none of us went to D.C. None of us did all of that. Huh? Can you explain that? Nobody was near Washington, D.C., and yet everybody all over the world is going through this specific kind of battle. Huh? Can you explain that? But you just exposed gang stalking to the world. You just exposed it. But you said it differently. She continues exposing gang stalking, y'all. Putting the truth in your face, and says, so these people did not even come. She says, so these people did not even commit a crime. They weren't even at the Capitol. The interviewer goes, acting all shocked, because, you know, they know about gang stalking. They know about this, but they can't use these terms. The interviewer goes, do these people know that they're on this list? Sonia goes, a lot of them do know that they're being followed. Come on, man. You see the proof. Come on. It's being exposed in your face, man. The light is shining on this. Listen, gang stalking is going to come to an end. The Most High is going to expose over all of this. It's going to come to an end. There will be justice for all of you going through this, ladies and gentlemen. All of you innocent people out there. There will be justice. The Most High is going to give you justice. This is going to end. But the light is shining. Do you see? So she goes, a lot of them do know that they're being followed. Illegally, by the way, because this is illegal and it breaks the 4th and 16th Amendment that they don't want to talk to you about. This is illegally. A lot of them do know that they're being followed. She goes, and 3 years later, they're still following the same people over and over. Again. Who were no threat to the country. Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you going through this, you didn't do nothing to nobody. You pose no threat. You're going to work. You're going back home. You're going to your little spots. You like to hang out. You like to chillax. But you got these people illegally stalking and harassing and doing what they're doing. This is being exposed. And it was exposed in this interview, ladies and gentlemen. See, but they say it in a different way. They say it differently. They don't use these terms, gang stalking, and they know about this, but they're not going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. She just exposed gang stalking and what it is to the world. She just exposed it, y'all. What she left out was because she left out that they all know about this. And she also left out the word gang stalking. All right? Because gang stalking is a systemic form of control which seeks to destroy every aspect of a targeted individual's life. A TI, meaning an enlightened one, a chosen one, an awakened individual, a person that's unplugged from the matrix, an observer, somebody who is an out-of-the-mind thinker, somebody who's different than society, who's not like the rest. You become a TI that way. They don't want to tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. They don't want to tell you that, especially those of you unplugged from the matrix. You get on this blacklist, on this watch list. This is more personal than that because this is more spiritual warfare. Our battle is not against flesh and blood. This is more, I'm breaking it down to the physical like I have been doing physically and spiritually because this is more spiritual warfare. You're seeing things through the flesh, but it's spirits behind it. There's people, even those you watching on TV, they ain't human. That's a straight up demon, a reptilian, a draconian, a straight up demon on TV. You see the eyes shift. Come on, man. And then some of them get possessed by these demons. Spiritual warfare. People out here fighting their demons. But this is real. This is real. Because it's spiritual warfare, man. It's demons. Okay? Demons. Reptilians, draconian, fallen angels. These demons. And they've been here for years. And there's a lot of you, because there's mixed bloodlines, because the Watchers, the sons of God, came down here, fornicated with women. Alright? They were giants back then, and they're here now, the Nephilim. Genesis chapter 6, verse 4. They're still here. You got a special bloodline, ladies and gentlemen. A certain DNA, your bloodline. Hello. This is a real spiritual warfare. Okay? But they just exposed it on TV. You know, and once a TI is flagged, a notification, ladies and gentlemen, is sent out to the community at large. Your workplace, your family, where you live at. This is all spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? And the TI is followed around 24/7 by the various communities that they are in. Gang stalkers, which are the stalkers, the perps, participating in this illegal stalking and harassment. They participate in it. Not only are they participating in it, but a lot of them themselves went through this, but they gave in and decided to join. So they all know what's up. This is real. This ain't fake. This is real. This is literally real. Alright? But this is what Sonya and the interviewer left out because they just told the truth into your face what they're doing out here. But this is what they left out because they know what's up. Alright? This is a spiritual warfare, by the way. And I've been talking about gang stalking for a long time, so I'm not going to really say much about it. Y'all can go to my videos and see. Even the posts that I put in my community, I expose it all. So I ain't going to say too much. But this is what Sonya and the interviewer left out on that Fox News interview. Even though they exposed it in your face, y'all. The CIA, the FBI, NSA, Northcom, Citizens Corp. I hear the honks out there. Infraguard, DHS. Fusion centers are falsely accusing completely innocent citizens by the hundreds of thousands, even more. merely to bloat it for funding and to bloat the terrorist watch list. People's lives are being ruined. Outrageous rumors spread. Jobs lost. Homes and cars vandalized. There's proof of all of this. Fusion centers are synchronizing all of this, man. They synchronize the whole thing. Using stalkers, the perps out here doing what they're doing, you know, and actual convicted criminals that participate in this, you know. Random people are targeted and harassed. Innocent people are being put on these lists. You know, that blacklist that I just put out there in the community, that's the Jane Cliff blacklist. That's the same blacklist that you on, ladies and gentlemen. Even though still plugged in asleep, have no idea about this. I heard a honk. They don't even know that they're on this watch list. They watching you, even if you don't know what's up. They watching you. They stalking you illegally. You on this list. Got a fake dossier. They got a fake file on you, and they're lying on you. You know what I'm saying? This is real. Your tax dollars. Your tax dollars is secretly being funded into this program. And all of this, they are responsible for the suicides and the mass shootings. They're responsible for that. Your tax dollars are being used for this scam. This silent holocaust of vicious human and animal cruelty, which your local news is forbidden to cover and authorities are ordered, which is law enforcement, because you got your good ones out there, but there's crooked ones participating in this. But the good ones, they are ordered to ignore or their federal grants will disappear. Yeah. Y'all saw my recent video that I just put. That was on 42nd Street, bro. You saw that, the one headlight black car. You saw the police officer right there. My man was looking dead at that for a hot minute. Then he wants to turn away and act like he ain't look at it. No headlight, one blinking light, representing the eye of Horus. The all-seeing eye. That's all satanic, by the way. It's done in people's faces, what they do. It's done in everybody's face. Law enforcement know what's up. They participate in this. Then you got good ones out there that know about this, but they shh because of fear. Their pension was on. They were threatened. And the news know about all of this, but they're forbidden to talk about that. Look at that interview that they just exposed gang stalking. Sonya just exposed it in your face, but they didn't use the term gang stalking, and they didn't give this information out, but they know what's up. They didn't. They didn't. They didn't. And they are forbidden to cover this. Come on, yo. There are billboards of this illegal crime all over the U.S. and Canada. Law enforcement knows about this because they participate in this illegal stalking and harassment. FBI whistleblowers, ladies and gentlemen, have spoken out already and said they were ordered to put innocent people on the terrorist watch list to bloat it for fundings. All right? 600 agents, y'all, quit during the time of FBI Director Christopher Wray because of corruption. And informants were paid over $500 million to commit over 200,000 authorized crimes. Ladies and gentlemen, organized stalking, gang stalking, was used by East Germany's notorious Stasi. The news and media rarely talk about this, just like they won't cover any gang stalking stories, y'all. But they know about this. Stasi is still used to this very day. Still used. And it's illegally used by law enforcement, intelligence, and corporate agencies worldwide today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's still used today. Alright? These illegal tactics include threats, intimidation tactics, slander, mobbing, street theater, blacklisting, electronic surveillance, and vandalism. Come on. Come on. Which is intended to destroy the TI psychologically, socially, and financially. This is a silent war, ladies and gentlemen. This silent war exists. And they are having people go at war with one another over lies and fake dossiers, which they create. Wake up and unplug from this matrix, y'all. Pay attention to mass shooting stories and suicide stories that they tend to leave out the word gang stalking. Research it and wake up. Because a lot of the times they don't want to tell you that a lot of the people who are victims in mass shootings which I'm disheartened by it. It shouldn't be happening. But they don't want to tell you that a lot of the times that people, the victims that get hit with this are also gang stalkers that participate in the illegal stalking and illegal harassment on innocent citizens. That's what they do. They don't want to tell you that. They don't want to tell you that. People be like, I feel bad for these people who got murdered, even children. You know, yes, it is sad, but what they want to leave out is they don't want to tell you that these people who are also victims, even children, because children have their own cult as well, Demolay branch, they participate because they are also taught this, but they are participating and partaking in this illegal stalking and harassment that they're stalking innocent people over fake lies and fake dossiers. That's what's happening. So when you see these stories and be like, oh man, look what happened to the mass shooter, and then they finally got him, but you ask yourself, what got this person to this point? They don't want to tell you that there's people, because they got fake files and they're doing this to bloat it for fundings, that they got people illegally stalking people. How do you stalk? How do you find a gang stalker? Easy. I've been telling you that. I've been telling it to you. Watch them. I mean, they all look like zombies out here. The NPCs are fried, but look at them. They look like zombies out here. They don't know how to. They have no control over themselves. There's no soul in them. Look at them. They're all gonna look at their handlers. How to spot them? Because this is all physical, but this is more than physical, man. This is spiritual. So this is a battle against fallen angels, against demons, all right, and devil worshippers, because Satan is the one behind it all. All right, this is a spiritual warfare. But how do you spot gang stalkers? Easy, man. They literally walk by you and each other, and they touch their nose. They they cough. They do this. They fix their glasses. They flick their hair. They pat their head. They touch their head. They lift up the hat. They do this. But they're all looking at handlers. And they all do it at the same time. They do it past you, in front of you, and they do it around each other, because that's how they talk to one another. But these are demons and people. Some of them ain't even human at all. Some of them are literally AI. They're bots out here, NPCs, walking, controlled by demons. They're not human. Look into their eyes. They spaced out. They're all gnashing, making faces, because it's demons looking at your light, chosen ones. Because this is spiritual and physical. This is more spiritual than physical. But how do you spot gang stalkers? Easy. They all do this. They all cough. They all do this. They all do this. They all flick their hair. They all pat their head, touch their head, lift up their hat, do this. They take the hat down. They all look at their handlers. They all drive around in a white, black, red, blue car. Vans. No license plate. Some got license plates. They drive around with one headlight, one fog light with no headlights. They park in the corner with a bright light. They driving flashing bright lights. They all wearing Target bags, but they're looking at their handlers. Those involved, they look at one another, and they all do this, and they all each do it at the same time and do it past you. Okay, that's what they do. How to spot them, and they all gonna look at the handlers, because they robots out here. They're like zombies. They got no soul. They can't be created. Like they got no soul, bro, because it's demons in these individuals. But a lot of them also as well went through this too, but they chose to give in, and now they're participating, and they know how deep they're in. But they know what's up too. But they just in. They in too deep. You know, they do it in your job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. This is real. This ain't fake. This is real. You know, and then you also got people who don't like certain individuals, and because they got certain power or they know people in certain cult, they put people on this list too. It's real. They don't want to tell you this, but it's real. But this is getting exposed. More light is being shone on it. That interview, the lady Sonia Labasco literally exposed gang stalking in your face. In your face. You can even go on YouTube, search the interview, listen to what she says, but listen to how she leaves it out. This is gang stalking, is real. But this is spiritual warfare, because the devil got a job to do. Alright? 1% control the world, ladies and gentlemen. 1%. And they worship the devil. Even those that's higher up, they worship the devil and these demons. Some of them as well ain't even human. They walking among you. They're not human. Reptilian, draconian, shapeshifter. They here already. They've been here for years. But they, you know what I'm saying? They walking around you. Okay? Alright? The reptilians and all that, they in the sky too. Flying, putting the chemtrails in the sky. I see it. All the stuff that they're doing, trying to block the sun from us so we can sun gaze and get that light. You see what they're doing, how they try to block the sun? Come on. It's just spiritual, yo. It's more spiritual than physical. You're seeing everything through the flesh because this war exists. You're seeing things through the flesh, but this is more spiritual, all right? The devil got a job to do. And for those of you who unplug, Yeshua is the light of the world. You also are the light of the world too. Christ dwells in you. The devil don't like that, so he got to wage war against you and have everybody who he has in control still and who worship him to go against you. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Wake up and unplug. But you see how the light is shining on this? You see it. All right? This is real. Unplug from this matrix. More light is going to get shone on this, y'all. It's just a matter of time. This is all going to get exposed. It's all going to come to an end. It is. It is. It is. But this is spiritual warfare. Man, God is good, and God is just shining light on everything, everywhere. Like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. But watch that interview. She exposed gang stalking. She didn't use the term gang stalking, but I just broke it down to y'all. I broke it down to y'all. What they left out, because they said a little parts here and there. They say little truth here and there, but they put the truth in your face, but they don't say the whole truth, but they put some of it. They put it in your face. But I'm here to break it down and tell you the actual truth of this. That is happening all over the world. How do you spot them? They're doing this. They're doing this. They're touching their eyes. Everywhere you go. They pat their head or they rub it. They lift up their hat. They do this. They're all looking at their handlers. Those who sent them, because they are all controlled. They are under MK Ultra and demonic possession. They're all controlled. Look at them out here. Look at them out here. They're like zombies. There's no soul in them, yo. And a lot of them are focused on you. All their eyes is on you. But watch them. They're coughing. Children do it too. Because they're taught this at a young age. And teens as well. Because they don't want to tell you that once you unplug from this matrix, you're going to have the occult, the secret societies, the fraternities, the sororities, the witches, the warlocks. They don't want to say that. They're going to watch you hard because you unplugged. That light is in you. You woke up. So they got to watch you. But that's demons, fallen angels. They got a job to do. All right? That's what they don't want to tell you what that list is. That list is for all the enlightened ones, though. People who woke up. Because there is a great awakening taking place in this world. If you haven't paid attention already. There is literally a great awakening and everybody's waking up. Even those who are slowly looking at things suspiciously. But there's a great awakening. Everybody's waking up. It's happening and they can't stop it. Because they cannot stop God's plan. They can't. They can't stop the Most High's plan. And they, even if they try to, and they're going to try to do everything that in their power to try. But I'm sorry. It's not going to work. All of their plans, their plots, their schemes, physically and spiritually, it's all failing and it's all going to keep failing. Because no one is greater than God. And nothing, God's plan and everything that God said he's going to do, he's doing it and it's going to be fulfilled. Nothing is going to stop God. No one. Not even these demons, and they know that. There's a great awakening taking place. Wake up, y'all. Wake up. But I had to make this video because I saw that recent interview. I was like, hold up. Hold up. She just exposed gang stalking. She just exposed exactly what's happening in this world and all the proof that's happening. She just exposed it. She didn't use these terms. She ain't say it because they're not going to say the word gang stalking. They're not going to use all of these facts. But they know about it, but they can't and they won't. And a lot of good agents out there, good cops, good FBI, good law enforcement, a lot of them know what's up about this too, but they look away. They've been threatened already, but they know what's up. Yeah, I just saw my short feed. Yeah, I saw it. NYPD officer looked at that damn one headlight representing the occult, the Eye of Horus. They know what's up about this, man. And there's a lot of people walking by looking at people, you know what I'm saying? Mass shootings and suicides is high because of this. They don't want to talk about this, but this is going to get light shined on it. It's illegal. But it's all going to end. The Most High is going to, it's all going to come to the light. All of it. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. John chapter 8, verse 32. Truth, ladies and gentlemen, truth will always conquer lies. Stay safe. Stay prayed up. Unplug from this matrix. To the next video.